my tip top. And if I hit the switch, I can make the ass drop.
Welcome to In the Vibe. I'm Bass Pete. And I'm DIZZ-E. And you are now in the Vibe. Alright. And don't forget to subscribe. Leave your comments down below like you have been. You guys are superstars. And don't forget to press the likes, people. I'm
here we go.
I'm
joining him, guys. I'm not stopping.
Alright. Welcome. Thank you once again for joining us here in the Vibe, and thank you for following us and keeping us alive.
Thank you, guys.
They're like a heartbeat.
Yeah, you guys keep us going.
Alright. That's awesome. Thank you. So, Mr. Bass.
What's up, Diz?
What's up? What's happening?
You know,
lots of things have been happening in the
lots
news,
of
and once
things.
again, we've been getting a lot of that.
First, I have to say Diz was right about last week. He hit everything on point. He was talking about the Republicans to pass the bills to restrict gun laws, and the Republicans did exactly what he said. They didn't do anything.
No.
And then what happens? Again,
Another shooting at a hospital this
Yes,
time, right?
yes.
Not as many people that got hurt or killed, but still people's lives were taken. Put the pressure on your government leaders to do something about this. Don't let it fade away like all the other ones slowly faded away. That's what they rely on.
Yeah.
Honestly, they do. They rely on people to, you know what, after a couple of weeks when things calm down, people will sort of forget about it, and they're not promoting it, nobody's protesting, there's no pressure, right? That's what the Republicans rely on.
Yeah.
Right?
And your boy
keep giving them the wrong information, keep blaming something else,
That's right.
right? But not the guns.
Yeah, but you were right. Harry Reid he spoke. He said we should do something about fixing the doors, fixing the mental illness. I was just listening to him. I said, "Oh my gosh, Harry." So what happened now was they were investigating. It was a British reporter that investigated and asked Ted Cruz, why is it that U.S. is the only Western country that has all these loose gun laws? Why can't you try to restrict it? And Ted was so upset. It's like everybody still wants to come to America. Everybody is so eager to come to the U.S. So why do people still want to come
Actually,
to
it's not true. He needs to recheck his stats because there has immigration to America has actually declined a lot. Okay, it's gone down now. There are not very many foreign people that want to even visit the U.S., let alone move or immigrate. Okay, not the way it used to be.
Well, why would
there
they
still
with
is
the
people.
shooting?
There's still people there. There are still people that are doing that.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people that are going, you know what? I think I'm going to stay away from the mess that's going on. That's what's called the United States of America.
Yes.
Welcome to America. America, y'all. Anyway, so there is a lot of problems, issues, okay? But those are problems that have existed for a very long time. They're going to continue unless you people speak up. And the best way to do this is to remove the Republicans out of the Senate, out of the Congress, and have more of the Democrats and the other parties in there. Try to make this more than a two-party government.
Yeah,
Seriously, that's
I
what.
agree.
Get the independents in there. Get the progressives in there.
I would like to
right?
see other parties.
And get something like so it balances out. So there's not just two. The whole country doesn't rely on two
main
parties to run their government. Okay, and so this is very, very important because. You know, these people have been delaying issues. They haven't been actually dealing with anything for the last 5 years, right? And now that the Democrat Party's in and they got control of the House and they have control of the White House, they're still not letting them do anything.
Yes.
They're still handcuffing them and saying no to everything, right? Mitch McConnell, my God, he already said right from the beginning, he's not going to let anything pass. He's not going to, the Republican Party, it's not going to go past the Senate no matter what.
Yes.
Okay?
Oh, I said Harry Reid before. Sorry, I meant Mitch McConnell, the politician.
Right, so these guys are like way off. They're off the chart, man. Like they're way, they're gone. Where'd they go? Did you see a dust cloud of dust, or they're hiding. Okay, so that nobody says anything, nobody does anything, so no, they don't have to come in front of the camera. Okay, these guys lie right on camera. They say one thing first during Obama's period when Obama was on. They would say no, you can't do that, you can't do this, you wouldn't let us do that. And now, then when they got into power, they did everything they wouldn't allow Obama to do, right? Or now with Biden. Okay, so you know what Biden's gonna do? Biden's gonna do what Trump did, and that's one thing that, you know, I'm surprised he still hasn't done. Executive orders.
Yeah, I think he will.
Do the executive orders. Enough with everything. Stop going to Congress. Stop going to the Senate. Start pushing out executive orders. It outweighs both of them, all of them, right?
Yeah, we really
and then let them keep that in the courts and let them the courts decide later. But in the meantime, pass some laws. So, what else in the news? Okay,
well,
so
let me tell you about Chance the Rapper. Chance the Rapper actually helped out this Grammy award-winning singer named Anita Baker. Anita Baker, she thanked him so much because Chance helped her get her masters, royalties.
I say hello to a friend of mine by way of the music industry and by way of helping me to get a hold and ownership of my master recording. Yes! Mr. Chance the Rapper is right
there. Back. Basically, in the 80s and 70s, these Grammy award-winning singers, they signed contracts to these companies, but they didn't really have a lot of the masters, even all the way up to TLC and so on.
yeah.
So
Even today, a lot of the performers that you see don't actually have control of their own music, or they don't even have rights to their own music. Some people have gotten smarter, and that's what they have in their contracts. But the majority of the people, they're just excited they got signed on to a record label. They're making money, but they're not necessarily going to make future money. Right? Because the money's really actually in the masters. Because if they have a classic or something that's going to become really big, they get royalties up to a certain point, and after that, the company makes all the royalties, and they'll never have control of those masters, their capital.
Yes.
Right? And that's why we started our own record label, because we have full control of our own records, our label and our music,
That's
our
right.
lyrics, right? And so we get 100% of the royalties, and I think this is sort of the better way to go.
I think this is the trend.
Even if I did sign on with a record company, or we signed on with a record company, we would definitely make sure that the catalog remains ours.
That's right. And I think more and more artists are doing it this way because they believe that it's better to have your own royalties, your own masters in this case. So I give credit to Chance the Rapper for helping her.
Yeah.
And she's thinking.
I don't know how he did it, but
I know.
he did it,
So
right?
we'll find out more about that in the time to come. Also, with what's happening with, you said something was going on with movies.
Oh yeah, man, I was telling you about Star Trek and Star Wars. If you haven't started watching the new series Star Trek, if you're a Trekkie fan, you're asleep. Wake up, okay? There's a new series, Star Trek series called Strange New Worlds, okay? And so it's a really good one. It starts off with Captain Pike, okay, Christopher Pike. This is pre-sequel to the original Star Trek, before Captain Kirk. Okay, and so because he was originally the captain of the Starship Enterprise, right? And so the first Starship, it was, guess who released their first Star Trek was released? Those studios. DIZZ-E Arnaz. DIZZ-E.
Oh really?
Yeah, Lucy and DIZZ-E Arnaz.
Wow.
Right? So she said yeah, right? And so because she was also very much trying to promote different groups, different types of people, different cultures, right? And because she was married to a Cuban.
Yeah, that's right.
DIZZ-E Arnaz was Cuban, and so she thought this was a stupid way of doing business, and they told her you're gonna fail. It actually built her studio, right? It made her studio popular, and a lot of other shows started going to them. They started going to them, and then that's what actually opened up Paramount and Universal to go, hey, I think we're losing our audience. We're losing some people here because everybody's going to them now, right, to release their shows. So if you haven't started coming back, sorry, that was a little nostalgic thought, okay? Only in the vibe you get this information. Anyways, so the second show that started this couple of weeks ago, okay, that I started really getting into was Obi-Wan Kenobi, a Star Wars, part of the Star Wars franchise and the Star Wars family. Right, this is a TV series. It's about again a pre-sequel about Obi-Wan Kenobi before Luke Skywalker, before he started training Luke Skywalker. Yeah. And this is sort of the continuation of after Anakin. They had that big fight and Anakin he left him burned, and that's when we realized that Anakin becomes Darth Vader.
Yeah. So it's his journey after.
And so this is the Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader's, how they sort of. So this is actually something really interesting to watch. However, good movie, great movie, recommended, excellent acting, excellent cast. Just wow, just wonderful. Okay, they really put the life, especially the guy who played Darth Vader, really puts Darth Vader, brings him to life, right? And of course, Ewan McGregor. He was original Obi-Wan Kenobi in the second series, right? Right. So he's now on there, right? And Earl Jones. I
forgot his name.
Earl James Jones.
James Earl Jones.
Sorry. God, we are so bad. James Earl Jones still does the voice.
Yes.
He did the original voice for the original Darth Vader, and he's also doing the voice on this series, right? Yes, but he has a deep voice, really
more
deep
bass
voice,
than
really, real deep voice. Okay. Anyway, so what happened was the series did get a little bit of a. There was a sad moment. Is that one of the girls on the show, one of the lead ladies, right? Moses Ingram.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
A lot of people left nasty, racist remarks on her Instagram and her Twitter and other social sites. But Disney Studios and Lucas Films, George Lucas and Ewan McGregor, they all stood up behind her and said, no, she's part of the Star Wars family, or Star Wars family, and that we will support her. She's an excellent actress. This part was made for her, right, with her in mind, and that she really brings out this character, right, the third sister. She's called the third sister.
Listen,
right? And you know what? There's just no. And this is, I like what Ewan McGregor said. Yeah. There is no space for racism in this world, because George Lucas's main idea was bringing everybody together, right? Like bringing people. He says there's some 250,000 species. In this series, right? That they're spread out all over the universe. And that they wanted to continue building from that, and so they're trying to bring everybody together on the show, right? And he even said in the show that they're not fighting because of color or species or race or anything like that. They're fighting for superiority of power and planets and stuff like that, but not because of people or species.
So I can't even count you as a true Star Wars fan or even Star Trek fan. Because the aim for even both of them was, like you said, inter-species, planetary relationships.
Intergalactical
we could say
transaction or intercultural relations.
Yeah, exactly. Right? So,
but it's so in both shows they present people of different ethnic backgrounds, right? And they bring them all together, make them as some of the main characters. Right? I think that's so cool.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
Anyway, so we really need to stop judging people and being racist. And, it's really not worth it. Yeah, honestly, it's not, right? And
that's the beauty of this world, that everybody's different and everybody brings something to the table. It would be boring if everybody looked the same, talked the same.
Let's just promote peace, love, and respect,
exactly.
Man. That's all we all want. Seriously, if you're a racist person out there, do you not really want peace, love, and respect? Right? Because that's really what you're looking for, right? And this is nobody's planet. Really, it's not. This country is not my country, and it's not his country. This planet is not ours. Okay, it belongs to our kids. So why do we not leave it in a better condition than we found it? Okay, so that's what we need to do.
Yeah, and one more thing, I heard about this Doctor Strange movie. My sisters are yelling at me, hey, you need to go check this Doctor Strange movie out. It's really good. And you know, with I wasn't really a fan of Doctor Strange. You know, I thought it was too much mystic magic. And
Did you watch the first one?
I watched the first one. I was shocked. This Cumberbatch guy, he just fits the role.
He does. It's awesome. It's an awesome movie.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good series, right? Another Marvel series. Right?
Exactly.
But you know what? That's an old comic book. So if you go back and look at them, they actually look a lot like
They do. They look similar.
Yes. So he was sort of made for this role,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And not just the acting, but the actual features and everything. Okay.
So if you haven't watched Doctor Strange, I would
Watch it, man. I haven't seen it yet, so I look forward to seeing it. And I think it's in the theaters in America, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It's not here.
Not yet. Not yet.
So it will be here, right? So I look forward to it, and yeah, I can't wait to watch it. Okay, sir. Who is in the spotlight?
Actually, this is from a request for one of our fans, Michelle. Michelle, if you're out there, you have been telling us, why don't we promote rappers from Europe, particularly from Belgium?
You must be from Belgium. You must be from Belgium.
And we found one particular rapper. I
find was underrated.
Exactly,
Right? So,
highly underrated. And this person's name is Kid K.
Manuela Kamosi. Her stage name was Kid K.
Kid K
Right,
from the
and
group Technotronic.
From the group Technotronic.
That's
okay,
right.
and her other partner in the crime was MC Eric.
That's right.
Okay, and he was a Welshman.
Yes,
He
he's
was
UK guy.
He's
Yeah.
from the UK. We're everywhere. UK people from the Bretonians and the Welsh and the Scottish and the Irish. We're everywhere. Okay.
Well, what I liked about her, Kid K, was, you know, when she rapped with so much energy. And I thought she was American growing up, and she wasn't an American at all. She grew up in America for some time, where she got the American accent for rapping. But when you listen to her speak, she has the African accent. She was born in Zaire in 1973, and by the time she was 11, she had moved to Belgium, and from there she traveled to Chicago, arriving in the Windy City just in time for the multi-80s underground house booming.
She was at the start of the 80s,
House
that sort
music
of
boom,
house
yeah.
music, and also like the rap also.
That's right.
Hip hop,
So-
urban music. So she was sort of exposed to all of this.
That's right. So she ingratiated herself into the scene, eventually taking the rap name Kid K. And after moving back to Antwerp, Kid K started rapping with local Fresh Beat Productions, with the FBP, that's well known for the initial group of the hip hop scene, which was known for the Flemish.
Yeah.
And by the way, when she was rapping, she was probably one of the only few rappers that got all the.
She was the only female rapper.
Yeah, yes,
right?
in Belgium.
In Belgium, only black female rapper.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Belgium,
I mean,
right?
it was.
And also the music back then was kind of funny because it was like they had sort of this house beat, but they were doing their dances were like the videos and songs were they're like folk dancing type of things, and they had these really weird lyrics. I guess it's not weird for the people of Belgium, but at the time, but there was nothing fresh, there was nothing new. They were just recycling old music and trying to put it over fresh beats, right? And the producer, he's from America.
Yes, his name was Jo Bogaert, but his real name was Thomas De Quincey.
Yeah.
And his idea was to make these new beats, these new house music beats.
Mixed with hip hop beats.
That's right. And he wanted to get a female rapper, but it was so hard to find one. But he found Kid K.
Yeah.
And in the demo music, he asked Kid K to make this hit Pump Up the Jam.
Yeah.
And Kid K went home and she says, okay, just give me one evening.
Yeah.
And she just listened
Apparently
to
she
music.
wrote the whole song in 15 minutes.
My gosh, I mean,
15
talk about
minutes.
talent. Yes,
Right?
yes. And she was so young. She was already 16, 17. And you know, she just came up to the scene. So Bogaert wanted to put her in the album, Come Up the Jam. And what
What happened was that there was a distribution deal with another record company, and that record company said, okay, well, you have to sign with us. They were trying to take Ya Kid K away from Jo Bogaert, right? And so she didn't want to do that because she was already signed with his record label, and she refused. So they said, okay, well, we're gonna do what we want to do with the album, right? Since we're releasing it, we're publishing it, we're distributing it, so we'll do what we want. She didn't. She just thought, okay, they're just gonna put it out. That's fine, right? But what, to her surprise, they hired a South African model, right?
Yeah.
Felly,
Felly.
right? Felly, and to appear on the cover of Technotronic's debut album, right? And she looked nothing like her, right? And so she was also Zairian.
They're from Zaire, yeah.
Yeah, and so
what
she
happened?
was not only on the cover,
Yeah.
she was also on the video.
Yes.
But she didn't sing the song. She lip sang to the song, like
Yeah.
okay. And so people assumed
Yeah.
that she was the singer.
And by the way, she got some master and some rights of royalties from that song, which doesn't make sense at all.
Well, actually it does, because they used her face on the video and the cover, so they have to pay her for that. Can you believe it? So she actually obviously had a good manager.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
I mean,
so-
wow.
Okay.
So, by the way, with Pump Up the Jam, I mean, that was one of the best hits I've ever heard. I remember as a young boy listening to that. I thought it was, oh, a place to stay, get you on the porch tonight.
What?
Make my day.
Did you say porch?
I thought it
Did
was.
you say porch?
I thought it was that hillbilly heathen type of music. See, I'm from the South, so I was thinking.
Welcome
oh,
to
porch.
Louisiana. We're living down south. Yeah.
So I kept
And
saying porch.
we say whatever we want to whatever kind of music.
But it does sound better with porch. I thought
Welcome
it was
to
porch.
America.
But it's a great song nonetheless. In fact, why don't we listen to it right now with Pump Up the Jam. Wow, I mean, every time I hear that, I just start dancing.
You know what? 15 years from now, we'll still be dancing.
Yeah, it is.
I'll
It's
be
a
old,
classic.
but I'll be dancing.
It's a
Right? I
classic.
never get old.
With the next video of Get Up,
Yeah.
Before the Night is Over, I mean, it's so good that she caught just in time. Look, I don't want to be another Milli Vanilli.
Yeah.
I need to be in this music video
She
so that
stepped
people
up.
know. Yeah,
She stepped up, right?
So,
And so in the next video, Get Up Before the Night is Over,
Yeah.
she was actually the main dancer, singer, and dancer in the video.
Yes.
And then they had, however, right, to do the transition.
That's right.
Right? They still had Felly doing the
Night is
backup.
over. Yeah.
The backup, but they put her face like right up in front of the camera, so people wouldn't get confused.
Yes.
Right? And after that, that legitimately made her a superstar.
That's right.
And people finally knew and recognized who the person is that's singing, and they were very happy
Yes.
with that, right? So,
And by the way, when she started to go on shows like the Arsenio Hall show,
yeah.
like, Woo, Woo, Woo,
Saturday Night Live,
and
right? And the Apollo.
Apollo,
Right.
love Apollo.
Apollo,
And,
man.
I
If you
mean,
make it at the Apollo, you've made it, man.
Exactly,
And so-
exactly. So I mean, this was her major notoriety. And by the way, she was pregnant. She was pregnant with MC Ayers. I mean,
They had a relationship, yeah.
They had a relationship.
Yeah.
I mean, they were so young still at that time.
And
So-
also, Madonna loved this song so much,
Yes.
right? And
Yes.
that she wanted them to be her opening act on her tour.
That's right. That's
Right?
right.
So they were very surprised, and they said, yeah, of course we're gonna do that, right? And so that shows like how big they actually became. They were an opening act for Madonna.
Yeah, I mean, you know
And
what?
That's our
You know what? Let's listen to the video. Get up.
Get Up.
Bump it, stomp it, jam, trip on this.
Wow. Get up. Get up. You know, actually, from Bogart, he said that he used the same tepanics and same rhythms from Pump the Jam with Get Up. But he said he couldn't do that for every song.
No, well, 10 songs is the same song.
Exactly.
That would be just one big, very long song on an album,
Exactly.
right? So it was an excellent album, right? Technotronic was awesome, the group, right?
And actually, the next hit, which is still one of my favorites, probably I can't battle between Pump the Jam, was Rolling Over the Melody, Rocking Over the Beat. And when that song came, it was so catchy in my head. And plus, the music video was great, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was doing like old timers dancing.
So like it was a really unique way to do the video.
Yeah,
right?
yes.
So if you haven't seen the video, you should watch the video. It's actually really cool.
Actually, you know what?
Right, so why don't we listen to the song and actually see the bit of the video right here. Here's a clip.
Rolling under the mellow, rocking over the.
Wow, I mean, all of her hits, man. Technotronic, they were banging back then. It's just, and it went on, you know, to contribute to a Belgian rap group with High Tech 3, because she went on later to do the soundtracks for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yep. And that was for the first one.
That's right, Spin That Wheel.
Spin That Wheel.
So it would be my friend. Just tell him to play it again.
And wow, she was like, I remember that. I remember watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 1 and 2. It was awesome.
Dude, she was 18.
She was 18, 19, yeah.
At this time, I mean, I was just coming out of school. I mean, this woman.
19 in 1982, so yeah. So,
1992, it's true.
Yeah.
So Yaki K issued this album, One World Nation, and this album really didn't lead to much success commercially due to promotions. So she fell back to Technotronic and cast off the signal with New This. The album received a brief boost when the song was used in a wide-ranging campaign with Revlon Cosmetics.
Revlon Cosmetics,
yeah,
and also, you know what? It also was used in basketball.
That's right.
Commercials.
That's right. With
Right,
the
pro basketball promos, right? And it was really, actually really well done, right? And then, but despite the popularity of similar dance acts like CNC Music Factory and Real McCoy, Technotronic and Yaki K were old news by this time, right? And One World Nation sort of kind of failed in the sales, okay? You want to know something? I actually, my crew before, when I was with Play School.
Yeah, he was
right?
in a group.
I was in a group called Play School
Yeah.
around this time,
Yeah.
right? And we had actually a minor success in Manchester at the time. And so the group was called the group CNC Music Factory, right? They heard us, we opened up for them.
No way.
Yep, we opened up for them. It was in a local bar. It was a dance hall, right? And so they were performing in different dance halls. And in England, they weren't so big that they needed a big stadium. They were only performing in bars and clubs, right? And so they needed an opening act, local opening act. So they asked us to do that, and then because they saw us dancing and they saw us rapping and they saw what we did, and the lead guy came out and he goes, "That's our how you sing," right? And so we ended up doing the backup dancing for his group.
Oh my god.
Right? And so, we didn't even really, we were just ad-libbing the dance because we didn't know what the song they were going to play and we hadn't rehearsed anything. We just did what we did and we just did it to their music, right? So it was really cool. And I still remember that. And he was just so impressed that he said, "Well, would you guys like to join us for the rest of our shows?" Right? And so we did 5 nights.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
In different cities.
See, I don't know some stuff about it, you see?
Yeah. Yeah. I thought I told you that. I thought I mentioned that.
Well.
Anyways.
So, as we continue with Yaki K, there was of course a comeback album in 1995 soulful titled Recall, but that failed to succeed with anybody's expectations. And their Technotronic
because they also changed their beats and sounds as well, right? And that's what happens sometimes, you know, you have to try, you have to do the change. You can't just be like the same all the way, just like us.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
I mean, I took lessons, I changed my voice and I improved it, right? And so the vocals sound much better and I'm happier with them, right? And and even beats change.
I'm changing, I'm singing more, I'm practicing.
Right? In the next, in our third album, I want to sing the third album, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to do some singing.
So we're all trying to evolve, to change.
You evolve, you change, and sometimes if something doesn't work, you don't do it anymore, and you change and go back a little bit to what was working, right? And everybody, like if you don't change and you don't grow in music, you just become still, right? And you become a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, exactly.
right? And that's not what we want. I want us to release 5 albums, 6 albums at least. Right?
That's right. So, you know, with Yake K, we just want to say one thing about her. You know, many people were saying that she wore baggy clothes, so she must have been a lesbian. But, you know, many rappers were wearing baggy clothes back then.
Yeah,
you know?
that's just horrible.
Yeah,
like, to judge people on their appearance.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I don't understand man buns, okay? But that doesn't mean that I dislike somebody that's wearing man buns, or I'm gonna categorize them as being gay or whatever, right? I mean, do you understand man buns?
Yes, I do. Yes,
you understand?
I understand.
You understand?
No,
man
that
buns?
doesn't mean I like it. I'm just
No,
saying.
it's not that I don't like it. I just don't get it,
Yeah.
right? So.
But everybody's different, you know.
Yeah, so we're all different, but that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean we dislike anybody. I don't dislike anybody, to be honest, right? If you don't like me, that's fine. That's your own problem. That's your own issue, right? Because that's just, you know what? Look in the mirror, okay?
But you know, this
and we all have faults. We all have something that we're not happy with, right? But it doesn't mean we take it out on somebody else.
Yeah, but
right? Don't reflect your own insecurities onto someone else.
Yeah. Man buns, baggy clothes, this is all art. This is all art. She never said she was a lesbian. She loves men.
Yeah.
And she has 5 children. I mean, when people, you know, sometimes they just stereotype people and put them in a small box. And she's been living with that like with most of her life.
Yeah.
You know?
No, you shouldn't do that.
You know,
Like,
and
if you're doing that, stop it.
Yeah,
right?
you know?
Peace, love, respect. That's all we want.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
If you know what, we should encourage everybody. You know, you got neighbors. Even if you're living in a flat, you still have neighbors. You have other people. If you're living in a house, you have neighbors. Say hello to them, right? And get to know your neighbors. Right? It only takes one person to start something interesting, something, a movement,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And especially now, like with so much hatred in the world and so many people hating each other because of color, religion, culture, wherever they're from, whatever political group you're from, right? And that's just horrible, okay? We gotta come together. This is we all live on one world. We live on one planet, right? We don't own the planet. We have to leave it for our kids. Right? We have to leave it better than how we found it, how we came into the world. Okay? So we gotta set an example and make it friendly for them so they'll be safe, friendly. No more guns, no more shootings, no more like racist remarks. So wouldn't that be like a place you want to live in? Right? I know it sounds like a sort of a utopian type of belief, but it's possible if we all come together and we can make this happen. Like it can, right? So
going back, I just want to close with Yake K. I mean, this woman, I mean, at a young age, became one of the hip-hop success ever in history, hip-hop acts ever in history. So we want to just thank you, Yake K, and Technotronic.
And Eric.
Thank you guys for making booming hits, for making these wonderful chants. And I know, you know, you might get tired of these chants sometimes, Yake K, but we love you for that. I mean, your voice is just blends so well with it. So we thank you for being an inspiration to us.
Thank you.
Hope you guys can live a long time. We love you guys.
Yep. All right.
So it's that time.
It's that time. We're already there. We're at that point.
There.
My gosh, it's that time for hello people. It's time for the
top 10 hit list.
Keep stacking your bank, I'll get bigger. Never will I throw some shade on no nigga. On tape, little nigga, don't play with these niggas. I see the big picture,
Having you in my corner right now. When I fall short, I'm leaning on you to cry out. We all got enough to lie about.
I'm trying to do more with her than do a feature. I check the web, they out here chewing me up. Fuck it, fade away.
By the pool, his switchboard curtain.
First I thought it wasn't none. Probably think I wanna hit it run. Bad girls wanna have fun.
I don't need her, gotta make sure she good. Park a 2 mil in the middle of my hood. Drinking the mud I made out of the sewer. Crow hard accessories, whatever.
Humanize the sensitive, scrutinize the way we live for you and I. Enemy shook my hand, I can promise I'll meet you in a land with no equal. It's your
The world's mine, I just say fuck it, let it turn. The girl's mine, I just say fuck it, have it turn. The ghosts call me to the side like can we
Pray for my demons, girl, I got you. Every time I sip on codeine, I get wrong.
The women is stranded, the men on the run. The profits abandoned, the law take advantage. The market is crashing, the industry wants niggas and bitches to sleep in the
These beats, these hits, these artists. I mean, it's just getting better and better.
They're
every
getting
time I
better.
hear it.
Like the songs are getting better, right? I mean, we all enjoy their music. Go out and support them. Buy their album. Download their songs, albums. Listen to stream their music, right? Support your local rapper and singer and performer. Anybody, okay? Everybody has different tastes. Everybody loves different things, right? That's diversity. That's what makes this world beautiful, right? I love all types of music, right? Especially I love our music.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way.
By the way, Way Back is being released. Our song, okay, Way Back is now going to be released on Monday. This Monday.
Yes, guys.
Right?
And guys, there's a surprise. I mean, DIZZ-E sounds so good in this.
Oh yeah, I do. I have no qualms about saying that, right? So I changed, like I said, I took some vocal lessons through Eric, my vocal coach, and
Shout out
he
to
really
Eric.
brought it out. He really brought up my vocal sound, and he helped me find my voice, right? And now we're working on actually singing. So now I want to start, because in our third album, I want to do some singing in the background, right? Or not in the background. I want to combine singing with rap. So I am really excited about this, right? Anyways, I'm really excited about Way Back. Go to all your on Monday, starting Monday, right? Go to all of your streaming sites wherever you go and stream it. We will post it here. We'll actually release it. We'll show it next week on our show. Okay, we'll right here. We will pump it up.
And guys, please tell us what you think. Let us know.
Yeah, give us your feedback, right?
Love you
And
guys
let
for
us know what you think of the new vocals. Okay, the new sound. We are so excited.
Yes, we are.
So thrilled with this, right? And this is actually, I like this album. And after that, we're going to be releasing every 3 to 4 weeks. We're going to be releasing a new song.
Yes.
Right? And so I'm just over the.
I'm
over the moon about this. Seriously.
Excellent, excellent, guys. So,
anyways,
so we're closing it, and we just thank you guys for supporting us, helping us out. We thank you. We wouldn't be here without you guys. So we thank you.
Thank you for leaving a comment. Thank you for pressing the likes.
Yes.
Thank you for ringing the bell, right? And also following us on all our social media sites, right? Thank you.
So everybody, please stay safe.
Okay, and don't forget to subscribe.
Yes.
Right. Ring the bell. Ding ding. Ding. Also, right. Follow us on all our social media sites. Right. If you're not there, be there. Who?
It came out of me. I just thought be there, be square.
You don't need to be square. Okay, you can be a circle, you can be a triangle, whatever you want to be. Okay, but be there. Come to our social media site. Go to our other critical opinion, because this week, go listen to our older songs.
Yeah.
Right, and you'll be able to compare how we've changed.
Exactly.
Right? And let us know after that what you think. Okay, so go check our music on Critical Opinions, Spotify, iTunes, TikTok, everywhere. Instagram, it's all everywhere. We're there.
We are there.
Okay,
So,
we're everywhere.
Guys, we're gonna close with saying thank you guys. Take care. Stay safe.
Peace,
Peace. Stay
love,
in the vibe.
and respect.
Peace.